Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today, if all goes well, we're going to make this little bag of parts, go in the generator, and hopefully have remote start. Alright, we're going to do some DIY upgrades to our Predator 3500 generator here. We've had this for, I think, probably 2017, 2018. Camping trips, we've used it a few times when the power has gone out. But the main thing I've wanted to add on it is a remote start. Mainly there's a few times a year we're camping and I'm up early in the morning. It may be chilly out and don't want to start the generator yet because it's 5:30, 6 in the morning. So if we could have a nice little remote, the better half could click from bed, turn on the generator, turn on the coffee pot, and not have to go outside, that would be ideal. So, poking around the internet a few weeks ago, I found Generator Upgrade Supply has a number of different options for improving your Predator series generator. I've got oversized tires, they've got additional fuel tank, external fuel tank systems to add on too, which you might be also doing. But the thing I was most interested in was the remote start capability. And just a couple of parts. Here's a solenoid, I believe, to cut the power, kill switch, some wiring, and then all the little robots that do everything, make it happen. This goes inside, there's an antenna that either fits inside the box or external for a little more range. I'm going to try it inside first just so we don't have extra wires and things dangling about to get, damaged. And we've got a pair of key fobs too. So this is the upgraded version. The previous version had a different button combination for the choke process and start. This new version is all-in-one. Just have to hit the one button, it chokes it, and turns it off when needed. I have a page of instructions, which I probably should have brought my glasses down for, but long and short of it is this panel comes out. There is some wiring that goes in place, pretty much in line with some of the wiring that's in here already. Hook up this module to the throttle and the choke, and we should be good to go. I have not really read this much. I took it out of the box a couple of days ago when it arrived to make sure everything was here, and I think it has. We need a couple of tools, Phillips head screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, 7, 8, and 10 mil, wrenches, socket, and yeah, so I'm just going to get going. The first thing to do is we undo this front panel. We take out, don't really take out anything, just get ready to move some wires around. And there is one item here, the kill switch, master switch for it. They ask or want to replace the master reset switch in here. So I may, I don't know if I want to find another hole. I don't really want to drill extra holes in the front of this. In case I ever want to take it out. So I'll probably just put the master reset breaker back inside, and if I ever have to use it, I haven't in 8 years, I can just take the panel down and do it. So let me grab some tools, try and position this a little better so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll get to it. All right, so the first thing to do, there are 6 screws here that come out, and then the one in the control knob. I'm going to go put this on charge quick as long as I'm taking it out anyways. Alright, we've got that on the charger. It had 12.5 volts, so that's not so bad for sitting over the winter. We've got our step 3 done. Yep. Okay. Now it says Module location goes back here, straight back. Got to see how it's going to fit in there. But yeah. Well, on second thought, I may just run the antenna outside and stick it on top, because otherwise I have to go into the module, disconnect the antenna wire, run it through here and whatnot. That seems like a little excessive, so I'm just going to follow the directions and not do anything fancy. Okay, now this wants to be placed in here towards the back in this little recess. You probably can't see it very well there, but there is a recess back in here where this module should go. After a little finagling, it does fit back there. Let's see if this panel fits back in without making a big mess of things. Yeah, it's a bit of a snug fit, but it seems to go in there, especially if I move some of these other main wires around, place them over here on the left side of the enclosure. Should be good to go. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I believe I need to pull off these side panels. Yep, there's a hole. I've got a green wire with the red connector. Pokes up from here and then connects. So yeah, I do need to get this side panel off. Let me figure that out. All right, did some digging around on the internet. This side panel has to come off in entirety, so that means the wheels have to come off. There's a cotter pin in here. These just little hubs just pop off. One. Two. Grab our trusty Gerber multi-tool. There's our wheel, there's our locking plate. Looks like my lock has come loose. I'll have to figure out how to put you back on. And then, like I said, there's a few 10 mils down here and 3 Phillips on the back side that come off. Lost my other screwdriver. Yep, I'm already losing parts. Not sure where I put it. Oh well, I have this. Might be a good idea when you're in there, take off the rest of that back plate by the exhaust and take a look at your spark arrestor. If that is plugged up at all, might be helpful to clean that out as long as we are doing this chore. I like to do that kind of once in the spring. If you happen to get some bad gas in there or just overall use, it plugs up a little bit. And can help with running better if you clean it out. Now the side panel should come off. Sure, there's more to it than that, but hey. Looks like maybe 2 up here on top as well. Yep, 2 little Phillips screws up here. Okay. Huh. Look, there's oil in there. Not sure why there's oil in there. I don't think this thing's been tipped over. Anyways, our pull string can be left to hang here. And before I get too messy, let me get a rag and clean up this oil. Good old box of Scott towels from the home store to the rescue. You know, I wonder if this wasn't from my first oil change when things got pretty messy. Made a whole mess in the back of the pickup too. So I'm gonna chalk that up to that mess. Like I said, our pull string can just come and hang. Oh, I see why this is loose. Wow, that's interesting. This entire frame here is cracked, and I don't know what happened to it. Usually it lives next to the camper or in the back of the pickup, so I don't know if it got dropped, got squished, or what. That's not very good. I'll have to see if I can source myself a new one of these because, well, that's probably not good. Yeah, anyways, back to the topic at hand. This stuff here, green wire with the red connector. Green or blue wire? This says, push the green wire with the red connector through the hole. I have a blue wire with a red connector. Oh, I see. There's more wires in here with a red connector. So I'm just working out of sequence. Either way, I have a green wire with a red connector that needs to go through this hole down here, which you probably can't see because I'm blocking it. There we go. And that's that. Next step. Disconnect the white connectors coming from the start switch. There's only one white connector. Here's our start switch. Here's our white connectors. Disconnect. From the wiring harness, locate the white male and female connectors with the white and black wires and plug them in line with the existing wiring. Okay, that's pretty simple. Not too hard. Locate the small black connector . Could be this one here. And we have another set of inline wiring to do. I can pull you out. There we go. And this goes in line with this wiring. Let me undo this. Okay. We'll plug you in. Everybody is where they're supposed to be right now. I mean, I could be on a beach in Florida somewhere, but Kill switch. Unscrew the reset button. This is what I was talking about. We're just going to take you out of the front panel. And put you back in. I want to see. I don't think there's enough space to screw this new switch. Nope, different size threads, so I can't put that little cover on it, but hey, so be it. All right, we'll tuck you away under the start switch. This guy here. Okay. Not sure which way is which right now, but hey, we'll punt and okay. Plug this back in here. Try and orient this up and down. We don't know what direction is up and which is down, but we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. Okay. Okay, you're in there. And we plug this into this. And that should be all of our wiring done behind here. I'm going to refrain from plugging things in yet because, well, I know me. Or screwing everything back together. We still have a black wire here, which I assume is a ground. Yep, there's a ground wire that goes up here. All right, let me get this ground wire put on. Okay, that's all that wiring up there. Well, when the other half calls, you better answer your phone. Now we are going to work on routing the whole choke deal through. They've had some different iterations of this connector, but the important thing is there is a 8mm socket on the top of the starter here, or 8mm bolt. So we remove that. And then we'll take our hardware, and this cable pushes through. I can't really show you very well, but you have the fuel line under the tank. Oh, hello, washer. Don't want to lose you. And you want to make sure that this cable feeds between or to the right side of the fuel wire, or the fuel. Let me start that over. We've got our choke assembly now. There is a wire, steel wire that goes under here. It's tough to show you, but it goes to the right side of the fuel line coming down to the tank. And once we have that over there, I'm going to go put this back in place just so I don't lose parts. Then what we do, let me bring you over here and show you. It's really going to be tough to see with the light I've got or don't have, but let me make the best of what I've got. Yeah, I don't have much for light at all, but what we have is our choke here, and we have an existing spring cable on it. It's a little ball. He comes out for the time being, hopefully. Okay, now we have our cable that came through here. Let me grab that. Not sure if you can hear, but I have birds on my roof. Come here. Come here, little buddy. Yeah, I know my big head's in the way, sorry. All right, I've got that. That's going to feed back in this choke fitting. Now, it is important to know there are two ways that this little guy here fits in. It should be the big end faces inboard. Then we will go ahead and grab our spring return and put that back in place and try and shove everything back in here. Again, one of those times I should have brought my glasses. Hey, there we go. All right, everything seems to be good. There it is. That's what I was trying to show you. Here's our new cable from the actuator we fed in there. Here's our original one. Everything fits back in there. I think that's all we have to do on this side. Okay, we can go and attach our actuator bracket back into the starter, tighten that down. Okay, there we go. Now we've got wires everywhere. Got a green wire here, which plugs into here. Green and green. And I have this blue wire. I've got to figure out where that goes. Blue wire is the ground. So I can just attach this to the frame and it will be good. That should be all the wiring. We have our key fob over here. Actually, I have two of them actually. Cool. What else is in here? I'll go grab my battery off the charger. We'll get that put back inside and see what happens. Well, I've got our battery back in there. Our panel is pretty well, I've got to put it back inside, but we have to set our switch. This will go back on, but because we have the automatic choke on there, what we want to do is leave this in the run position, so at the 45-degree mark, so that we can let the robots do their thing. Next thing to do, kill switch. Hopefully I've got it the right direction. Should be off now. Run it up. Our key fob, we just have press the A button to start it and then hold the B button to kill. So if it turns over, I'm going to go ahead and put everything back together and set it on the ground because I have a feeling it's not long-lived for staying on this table. Here goes nothing. Okay, that works. Kill switch off. Nothing. Ha! Okay, well, let me go ahead, put all the stuff back together, and we'll take another look at it. Alrighty, let's give this thing a shot. In true transparency, I did pull start it a half dozen times because I have not started it at all this year. So I assume it's got some old gas in it. It hasn't run. I didn't want to sit and drain the battery with the starter. But anyways, let's push the button and see what happens. Well, it was running. Well, it almost works like it should. I'm guessing I hit the B button to stop it, and I must not have gotten one of the grounds connected properly for the kill. because, well, it doesn't stop. But that I can fix, and I know for me the important thing is starting it in the morning, because then it runs all day. But for now, we know this process works. It took me probably 30-35 minutes to do. Of course, filming, double the time. So, you know, an hour plus for me to do it for all of you. But time to do it yourself, 30-35 minutes, not a big deal. Pretty simple instructions. And they do have some online references if you get in a bind, especially they've got a couple of different versions. I got the newer style version, which consolidates some of the buttons in here for choking and killing and whatnot. But for right now, like I said, I'll track down my ground and why it doesn't. I hear it. I hear it. Yeah, so I'll figure that out. But for now, I'm going to call this a success. And we've got some more upgrades coming for this very soon as well. So stay tuned for those. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button below, like the video, and turn on that notification bell. We will see you all very soon in the next one. Bye-bye. Well, it annoyed me, so I went back and figured out what the problem was, why it wouldn't shut off. There are two sets of wires in there with identical plugs. And the ones I had plugged into were black connectors with white wires. I wanted the black connectors with black wires. I looked up some troubleshooting on their website, fired right up. Check this out. Well, if it would actually start. Battery's still low, kind of. Anyways. Now it works exactly as designed. I'm liking this. See ya.